Welcome to this video. Today I will be showcasing information about FIM fiction and should you go there or not. And I'm just going to summarize this in 3 words. FIM fiction is gay. You see, FIM fiction relies on a like and dislike system. If you have more likes, you will have a higher chance of getting followers and more people to read your story on the page and maybe even get on the feature box. But there's also a dislike button where if you get dislikes based on the quality of your work, then you won't get stuff. So the problem with this is that if you're a beginner, usually you don't really know what you're doing, and even though that fan fiction has created a guide for them, it doesn't really help because they're new and most of the time they just fail, or if they're lucky, then they might win anyway because of past experience or whatever. But the point is that in order to get followers and enough followers and you have to keep writing stories over and over again. And the thing is, you're going to be making stories that will be not looked at, that will be unliked, that will be no one will be looking at it at all. So you're basically wasting time so that, you get a little bit of followers with each story maybe, making numerous stories over and over again, slowly building up followers until you make a good story, like a good enough story to appease these people, and you have a good amount of followers, then you get your cake. After all this time wasting away making stories that no one will read until you have enough followers. The flaw with this is that a lot of the stories will be a complete waste of time making. I mean, you get better at writing, but it's not really worth it for wasting that much time. It has no value. It's just sitting there. No likes, no input. It's just no comments. Blah blah blah. And I really just suggest people to not go to fan fiction because it's a chore to work. To write stories, to entertain people, maybe but you barely, when you do get input, when you do get reward, it's just not enough. And honestly, I don't think it's worth it. By the time you do get reward, you're happy and stuff, and you keep writing and yada. But what about all the time you wasted to get there? And also, there's a whole bunch of other shit. Like, 90's a bigot. He deletes anything he doesn't like. He even forbids stuff that he doesn't like. He's a biased as shit. I'm just saying that just don't go to fan fiction. It's a shithole of people trying to get famous, get their writing shown, but not really get their writing shown anyways, until they have enough followers and yada yada. Man, I gotta tell you one last thing. I spent like 3 years in fan fiction, toiling and making stories, and I haven't once got a feature box. Get in the feature box with one of my stories. Not once. You don't want to become like me, kids. Because there's a chance you can waste completely your time.